right? Do we need more Sherlock Holmes? Apparently we do. We've just spent an enjoyable 15 minutes looking at crime and punishments with Olga here. Thank you very much for joining us on camera. How are you today?
Thank you for coming first, and I'm very, very good. I'm super excited to be able to show you the game.
Now, you've said this is your 7th Sherlock Holmes games in so many years. What's the attraction for you guys to keep coming back to this character in this type of game?
Oh, that's the very nice one. Actually, it's not. I mean, it's the 7th big game. Apart from like Clutch file games, we also have the mobile ones. We also have them for Nintendo DS, for Nintendo 3DS. And I'm not really able to say how many Sherlock Holmes games we made. But that's right that we have started back in 2000. And Sherlock is probably our most favorite IP that we're working on. It's very amazing, actually, to work it. It has like millions of people, Sherlockians, as they call them, around the world. Everyone is like super excited having Sherlock Holmes, reading about Sherlock Holmes, watching Sherlock Holmes, and also playing Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, it's come for over here anyway. It's come into a lot more prominence because of the BBC series, because of the Guy Ritchie film as well. But for yourselves, I mean, it's your particular style of Sherlock Holmes. Obviously, you're being very true to the original source material. But what is it about your Sherlock Holmes? How do you treat Sherlock Holmes for yourselves?
Very, very differently. With every game that we are making, our Sherlock Holmes changes. So the previous, it was the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. And we tried to show, the dark side of the detective. We tried to show that he's the real person, and he can have his own things, dark ones. With Crimes and Punishments, we would like players to really believe that they are playing Sherlock Holmes. We would like them to feel being how it feels being Sherlock Holmes, actually. So yeah, that's why we're going to have different cases. That's why we are going to have different Sherlock Holmes abilities, skills, talents. His, you just saw his ability, just looking at person and deducting about the background, about how exactly the poor woman met her husband 30 years ago. So talents, abilities, skills of Sherlock Holmes, and then his moral challenges, the moral choices, how exactly the detective or you would handle your investigation. Yeah.
Now, are you basing the cases in the game on pre-existing cases but your own interpretation, or are they brand new cases you've designed just for the game?
It varies. Because we are having 6 cases inside of the game, and the one that you saw, the murder of Black Peter, is the canonical one. It's not even the interpretation, it's the real canonical case. Others are not canonical, others are made by us, by our writers. Yeah.
Now, with you saying that this is on the Unreal Engine, and what has that granted you in terms of creating the world, perhaps fleshing the world out a bit more than you have been able to previously?
Well, Unreal, we are happy to work with Unreal. With the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, we've been using our own technology, our own engine, and the game looked fantastically beautiful. With Unreal, it's even more beautiful, it's even more fantastic. It's easier to work with that, with the engine, and you can see the atmosphere. It sets the very right backdrop for the game. So we are playing in London, we are playing the 19th century, the Victorian England, and everything makes you truly believe that you are there. Yeah.
Well, with the mechanics, with the investigation mechanics that you have in the game, have you evolved them at all? Have you altered them from previous games for this particular one, or is it very much the same sort of style that fans will know?
Well, every time that we are making a new game, a new Sherlock Holmes game, we of course building it on our own experience, because we always hear our players, we see what went wrong, what exactly has gone very, very good. And it's true that Crimes and Punishments, it's very different from the previous ones. And the mechanics that we are having, we're adding really a lot of detective, so we are going to examine every object that you're interacting with. You can turn them around, you can examine them, you can smell them, you can try them, you can try to find out what was the tobacco in the pouch exactly, but just like examining. So there's a lot of chemical analysis, of course. There's a lot of like the real detective things inside of the game that will help us make the detective game.
I was going to ask about that. With creating what is in essence a sort of puzzle game, how do you guys approach creating it? Because you go, okay, this person A has been murdered. Here's all the clues. I mean, how do you guys design that? Do you have like a big whiteboard where you write down every single clue and how everything attaches? How does it work?
I even do not know what to answer to this.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the guy who's been tortured and murdered. And there are like plenty of clues at the crime scene. There's plenty of clues that the witnesses or suspects are going to tell you, but you are the one to find them. I mean, if you do not find them, there's no suspects for you. And the great part with Crimes and Punishments is that every case has like several suspects. So this one has 4, and usually we are going to have from 3 to 5. And it's your task to find the suspects and then to find the culprit.
And as we saw there, as you demo towards the end, you have to deduct everything you've seen and tie up everything. I mean, that's a lovely sort of end result, but like you said, you may not get it right. So you've given players the option to completely mess up the investigation.
That's right. Should be fun, no? So yes, we are like challenging your detective skills, and it's only your responsibility how good you are the detective, and we're gonna see it in Q2 2014.
Okay, and that's just wrapping up then. Release date, what formats can people play this on?
So Crimes and Punishments is arriving, as I said, Q2 2014. Now, exact date for the moment, but it will arrive for PC, it will arrive for Xbox 360, for PlayStation 3, and for PlayStation 4.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. Thank you.